Okay, so this is me and Kaylin's November update video for our thesis. We are currently in the process of making our handle for our product. It's in a gun shape, and we're going to make it out of wood first so that we can find the correct dimensions without having to waste plastic and time 3D printing it every time. So for our materials that we're using for it, we're using the wood. We're getting grip material for the handle, and we're using lead airsoft pellets in order to weight the handle. We're going to put those inside. So for our dimensions for it, the handle's going to be about 3.5 inches tall and have a diameter of about 1.5 inches. We're making it bigger first, and then if it's too big, then we're just going to sand it down, shave off some of the wood. So that's easier instead of making a whole new product if it's too small. And we're also going to drill a hole up the middle in order to put the airsoft pellets in order to weight it. And after getting it made correctly and how we think it will decrease tremors for our users, then we will go and 3D print it.
So this month we worked on discovering what we wanted to do for the joint part of our product, as well as what we want to use to hold the products that will be inserted into our tool. So we have decided to try and 3D print the gyroscopic joint. That way we can use material. It'll be a lot easier doing that on CAD, and we think that that would be the best option right now. And then when it comes to what we're going to use to hold the product, we are leaning more towards different size bands with 3 prongs that we'll use to hold and hold them as tight as possible so that you can get optimal use from our tool. We did discuss using potentially like a drill bit mechanism, but we think that's going to be more difficult when it comes to material wise if we do decide to 3D print. Or if we use something else, we think that that's going to be a lot more difficult. So we're leaning more towards the different size bands. And we will really put that to test when the prototype is finished. But right now, it's just focusing on finishing that 3D CAD of the gyroscopic joint and figuring out if we do want to stick with the bands or if we want to give a try to the drill bit to hold the products that we will use.